Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
The American Legion has supported veterans and their families for many years. Members' commitment to serve does not end when their military service ends. These special men and women continue to serve their community through a variety of projects and activities. Several members of the Marysville American Legion Post number 449 stopped by the studio to share news about upcoming projects.
Hi, I'm Mickey Brass, and today on Student Connections, we have the American Legion joining us for an interview.
Good morning. I'm Dave Banyas, and I'm commander of the American Legion Post 449 here in Marysville, and it's good to be here. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lee Riley, and I represent the American Legion Riders of Post 449, and I am the director.
All right. Now, what are the main goals of the Legion?
Our main goals is to support the veterans within the military, those coming back that need help, and sometimes those that are leaving. Also their families while they're in harm's way. We're a support group for them. This also gives veterans a place to come to when they get back from war events, and the camaraderie is very good in the Legion. We're a good support group for each other to intermix stories and activities, and it's just a comfortable place for veterans that have things in common to enjoy each other. We're very supportive of the veterans' families, whether they're here involved in the local community or they're on a mission somewhere. And we're try to be Johnny on the spot. Any needs out there for veterans' families, we certainly want to do that. We also support some educational opportunities for some of the colleges here in the area, and we also have some monies available for that. So it's a support group for the veterans that are returning primarily from being in harm's way, and we try to uphold that to our best. Anyone out there that needs any help, certainly get in touch with us. If we can't help you immediately, we can surely find out a way to get you some help, and we're there to help out.
Awesome. Now, I understand you're the commander. How did you qualify for the commander?
I guess it's longevity to a degree and ability. I've been at the post now about 18 years, and I've now been commander for 7. The commander's position is a voted in position by the membership each year. And by the way, I'm welcoming any new individual that'd like to step into my shoes and take over that position. I think it's healthy for us to have new blood to come in, have their own ideas, and we're certainly willing to share all of our knowledge that we've attained, and to keep our post going in the direction that it is.
All right. When was the Marysville Post 449 established?
In 1947, the original post was established. At the time, it wasn't very big. It was a small organization and just a few members, and we didn't have a hall or a big lounge or anything like that. It was just a support group for those coming back from the war, and a place for the veterans to get together to share some of their stories and their camaraderie. And we certainly want to continue that idealism. That's our foundation, and it's a camaraderie place that they can share those particular needs. And it's a comfortable place and a leisure place that they can come in and enjoy each other.
Was it still in the same general location where it is now?
Yeah, the same general location it is. I believe after about 10 years they had a big fire. I'm not sure of that years. I'm comparatively new, 20 years into the area, so I don't have a lot of that history personally, but there was a fire and the original Legion building burnt down and was rebuilt and has been added on to a couple of times, and we now have a very fine building. We have a big hall. We have two halls. One hall will hold about 350 and the other hall holds about 95, and we rent that hall out for various events. We also have a very nice lounge area, and we have specials all the time, and it's a place where veterans can come in and belly up to the bar and have a couple of drinks, and prices are very good there as far as cost, and it gives them a chance to share ideas and an opportunity if they're in trouble and need some help, or their family members do. We're here to help them out any way that we can. So it's a comfortable place to be.
Yeah. Now I understand that there's like you're all veterans there. Is that like a requirement to join the Legion?
It is. It is. You must be a veteran. But you've got to be a veteran within a certain block of time to qualify to be a Legion member. There's many different veteran organizations, but there are different requirements for each of those organizations. And in order to qualify to be a Legion member, you must meet the criteria and been in a activity during the war within that block of time to qualify. And once you meet that requirement, come on in. We'll help you out with the application, and we welcome all new members, and we're always looking for new blood coming in and active people that want to participate, or people that really would just like to have a comfortable place to go to.
What current activities are the Legion involved in right now?
We have quite a bit of activities at the Legion. This time of the year, things are pretty quiet out there. You know, there's bad weather, and we need a comfortable place to get in and out of the weather. We just got through with our chili cook-off last weekend, which was very successful.
That's good.
And we made a few bucks off on that. And by the way, the monies that is taken in on these different events, like the chili cook-off, we've got a big Easter party coming up for the kids. And we often have 150 plus kids to that event, and it's available to kids in the area and grandkids and children of veterans to come in, and not just veterans. It's available to kids in the area.
Where is that taking place?
And that will be in our hall.
In your hall?
Yeah, in our hall. We have free hot dogs and balloons and face painting, and we have the Easter Bunny all dressed up, and they take pictures of the kids on his lap, and we have different games for the kids to participate in, and it's an enjoyable time for the kids, and we're glad to share our hall to those kind of activities. And we want to be a support group for the community.
You said the Easter Bunny's going to be there?
Certainly.
Oh, I might have to stop by then.
He would like to have you stop
All right. What would you consider your most difficult duty during the Legion? Like, what would you say is the most difficult?
There are some tough cases. There's some hardship cases out there. And it isn't always easy out there for people coming home from the war to adapt. And we try to get help for those people. Sometimes it's beyond what we can locally do, and we pass them on to someone that can help them. All in all, we just try to be a support group and do what we can for those veterans coming home from the war right now. That's our primary thing. Enlisted people right now that are involved, their membership is free. We cover their membership. There's no dues or anything for them, and we certainly welcome them in, and we want to hear their stories, and we want to know what's going on in today's world. So it's good from that side of it, you know.
Yeah.
Back a few weeks ago, well, maybe it's been a couple, 3 months now, We had a young chap come back. He was in the Navy. He was a Navy corpsman, and he had had both legs blown off over in the war. And he's back here in therapy. He's from the Richmond area, and we had a fundraising event in late fall last year, and we had raised like $800 to help him out with some of his traveling expenses back and forth.
That's wonderful.
And those are the kind of things that we do, and we want to continue to do.
Yeah. How many Legion members would you say?
We have, within our posts, with all of our members considered, we have potential of about 1,000 members, which includes our Legion, which is about 550, the Sons of the Legion, the Auxiliary, and the American Legion Riders. And we have quite a vast group. Now the Riders group comparatively are quite new, but they're a very active group. And we get some darn good responses with their activities, and there's a lot of interest there. Some of the older veterans, they're tired, and they just need a comfortable place to come to.
Yeah.
And we welcome new young people coming in, and many of those are part of the American Legion Riders because they enjoy their motorcycles. And by the way, I have one too, and I'm also a member of the American Legion Riders, just as a side thing. But I will say that our oldest American Legion rider is 84 years old, and he's still riding a bike.
Still riding the bike. Gotta love it. What are the missions of like the Auxiliary and the Riders, the Legion Riders?
Well, the Auxiliary is primarily the ladies of veterans, wives, granddaughters, and they're involved in helping out the veterans that are in hospitals locally. They've made blankets, lap blankets and stuff for them. They're also done some quilting, and they have different luncheons available. In fact, they support our bingo thing on Tuesday night.
Bingo, like you were telling me.
Oh yes, they run the canteen there, and that's how they collect their funds to exist, and plus their membership monies. So,
sounds like fun.
Well, it is, and they are a fun group.
You convinced me to go to bingo now.
Well, that's good. I'll look forward to you being there.
All right, I'll look for you there.
Good.
Is there anything you guys would like to add?
Well, we have we can't wait for the weather to get a little bit better for us. That's for sure. We do what we can as far it when it's not riding season. We help out with the Easter party, the Christmas party. We also help out on Thanksgiving dinner. We have a Thanksgiving dinner at the post every year.
And that's free to the veterans, that Thanksgiving dinner. And it's well used too. We have quite a few participants comes for that. So it's nice to have those kind of things available. And it's primarily for those that don't have a place or a family to go to during Thanksgiving. And it gives them a comfortable place, and it's a welcome home type thing. And some people out there don't have a family to go to have Thanksgiving dinner. So that's also one of our areas that we support. And we have many different things that we do throughout the year. And that's one of them.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. Be back after this.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We pledge ourselves to our veterans, our youth, a strong national defense, and Americanism. These 4 pillars shape our work and what we do for America. We work relentlessly within our 4 pillars of service, and we succeed. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. We support and promote citizenship and integrity in America's future leaders. We know what policies, tools, and manpower our military needs to protect this great country. We fight to get these things done. We're patriots through and through. We promote and defend these values every day in communities across the nation. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
Hello, and welcome back to Student Connections on M6. I'm Mickey Brass, and I'm here with Dave Banyas and
Cliff Waltenberg.
Cliff Waltenberg, and we're here to talk about the Sons of the Legion. Who exactly is the Sons of the Legion?
Sons of the Legion are sons of veterans that have come back.
So, kind of sons of veterans and
Yes, they are.
stuff like that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Now, we talked about the auxiliary, which are would that be just the role of the women in the American Legion? Like,
Well, in today's world, there are many women in the military, and we've got to give them credit
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. And we have several ladies that are part of the American Legion, not just the auxiliary, because they've qualified,
Yeah.
because they've been to some of these war events, and they qualify. And I don't want to sell them short at all. The auxiliary, though, gives the ladies an opportunity to be an official participant, and it's good we have that for them, because they do some very good things, like helping out at Marwood.
Marwood Manor,
In
all
Marwood
right.
Manor, we have many veterans there that need help. They need somebody to look in on them and check on them periodically, and they're very supportive for that group. And it just isn't Marwood. There are several places around that there are veterans that need help, and they make the rounds and take care of those people. So that's all good.
Oh, yeah. Now, what other branches of the Legion are there? I understand there's Sons of Legion, Auxiliary.
You have the American Legion itself, you have the Sons of the Legion, the Auxiliary, and American Legion Riders.
American Legion's Riders. All right. Now, how did you become head of the Sons of the Legion?
I've been involved with this particular American Legion for 16 years, kind of come up through the ranks, voted into positions, and actually this year I was voted in as being a commander.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Good for you then.
Thank you.
We talked about the activities through the Legion. What are the Sons of the Legion currently involved in? Or is it just all the same?
It's pretty much all the same. We make ourselves available for the Easter dinners, the fish fries that we put on through Lent. We help out with St. Patty's dinner. We have NASCAR that we're involved in. The Veterans Thanksgiving dinner, we put that on. We have a Christmas dinner that we're involved in. So we kind of try to make ourselves available to whatever is happening at the post.
Any other activities that, the Legion-
Upcoming, we have a 5K run, which we haven't gotten involved in that kind of activity previously, the history of this post. And we have a Legion member, veteran female gal, that is a runner. And she came up with this idea. And again, it's new ideas coming into the Legion,
Yeah.
which we welcome, And her idea, because she is a runner, she says, Dave, I think something like that would go good at the Legion. So we've been working on a little project. We're going to have a 5K run sponsored by the Legion, and that's going to be in June. And we're looking at probably 100, 150 participants
Oh, that's
involved
great.
in that. It's a 5K run or a 1K walk. There'll be a little luncheon afterwards in the hall. They're gonna have pancakes and fruits and drink afterwards for them. So, but this is our first annual event, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And it's some new ideas that's come into the Legion, which we welcome those kind of things. And I'm anxious to see how it goes because there seems to be quite a bit of enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of friends that like running. I'll be sure to tell them about that. Like,
And you yourself could come in and participate in that.
oh,
if you'd
running's
like
not
to.
my thing, but I'd love to come and support you.
By the way, we can always use a little help once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And if you'd like to come by and see what's going on, you'd be welcome.
All right. I understand you guys do some karaoke too.
We have karaoke now this time of the year, once or twice a month. And participation's had its peaks and valleys. The karaoke's there at the lounge, and we have reduced price drinks on those nights. And it's been quite successful. It's had a few peaks and valleys. Right now, all the lounge business is kind of down financially. And we're struggling like many other places are, but it gives our veterans a place to go to, and we need those kind of activities for their enjoyment too.
Is it just veterans that can go and sing?
No, we welcome friends of veterans, anyone that would like to come in. If you're not a veteran, you can come in and participate. We do have a sign-in log there at the Legion, and if you're not a card-carrying member and you come in with a card-carrying member, all they have to do is sign you in. You can stay for the night and enjoy the festivities.
Awesome. Do you guys sing?
No.
Oh, why not?
Only in the shower.
Anything that you would like to add to?
Well, upcoming, we also have the Memorial Day Parade.
Oh.
The Memorial Day Parade starts out at the Legion. We sponsor it primarily. We line them all up. And we've had that now for many years, and that's been quite successful. We're proud of our accomplishments there. We have all the parking there at the Legion for the beginning of the parade. And we go down the boulevard here to the park, and we have a little ceremony down there. And at the end of that, we go to the cemetery here in Marysville, and we have another special ceremony for those veterans that have passed. And we also usually have a bagpiper as part of that, and that adds a little extra touch, and that's important. But those kind of things brings the locals back into the picture, and for us to be able to share with them some of our past veterans that didn't make it and paid their dues, certainly.
All right.
We also have every year a handlebar ride, and that's for breast cancer. We have a lot of events to help out the local groups, and this one here is for breast cancer. And I think we have about 3 events a year to support the breast cancer, and all the money's taken in from that goes to the local, and it's kept local, that money is, for breast cancer. We also have a big event that I didn't mention, which is sponsored through Chrysler. It starts at another location, and the American Legion Riders are going to participate into that primarily, and they're looking at probably a minimum of a couple hundred bikes and maybe 300, depending on how many we get. But the last stop is here at the American Legion, and we're going to be supporting that, and it's all the monies that is taken in through this disabled vet ride goes to the disabled vets, and it's to stay here in Michigan too, that money is. So that's important, I think, to keep an eye on where our monies goes, that we raise, and what percentage of it really gets out there to help someone in need. That's important. A lot of these different organizations that seem to come up, if you look very deep into them, not much of the percentage of monies gets to help the individual that really needs the help. So we're pleased to participate in those kind of things. On that disabled vet run, we're going to have an outside bar. There'll be activities outside, tables set up, and part of it will be in the Legion, part of it won't be. But it should be a really, really nice event. There'll be prizes and stuff given out 4 different groups that ride in it, and safety naturally is one of our utmost things, because out there on a motorcycle today, it can be dangerous. So
Oh yeah.
we certainly look at that side of it and keep it into small groups, those that are riding, and hopefully everyone will get through the whole thing quite safe.
Well, I believe that's all the time we have today on Student Connections. I'm Mickey Brast,
I'm Dave Banyas.
Cliff Waltenberg.
and join us again.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
We appreciate our Legion members making time to share upcoming activities at the Post. Please join us again next week for another Student Connections on M6, your hometown station.